There are great parallels about this, and I hope people take away that these caregivers, we've seen up close and personal in COVID how this happens, and this was happening in Memorial, as I understand it.
Hi, Mr. Pine. I'm so excited to be talking to you today. I'm a huge fan. I've been watching you since Chips. My parents today, I'm like their favorite child today. So it's a very good day.
Okay, great.
Yeah, congrats on the series. It's very hard to watch. I feel like this is a very emotional show. You cannot watch it without crying. And your character, Horace, he has a very strong moral conscience, but he remained very calm during those 5 days in the hospital. So I'm just wondering, what do you think made him react that way? And was that fathomable or even challenging for you as an actor taking on this role?
Well, taking on any role that you are you're characterizing real people, you feel a responsibility there. And but other than that, this show is very well cast. I mean, everybody is spot on. And this character, I wanted to be a doctor, and I actually wanted to be a doctor just like what I understood Horace Baltz to be. So that wasn't really that difficult for me. I liked the character; it's so well written, and I liked his arc, and so it wasn't really that difficult for me. And it was a wonderful production to work on. Probably the best professional experience I've ever had in 57 years, and that's saying a lot. So it was a wonderful project, and I had no problems at all with it.
Yeah, and I feel like your character brought so much, Horace brought so much heart to that whole situation. Like, he was the conscience of the group. He was balancing out even Vera's character, and so I'm wondering, what was it like working with Vera on those scenes? Because a lot of them were very intense, and then they were very emotional as well.
Well, it was it was good. She's wonderful in this piece, wonderful. And what we all tried to do was bring a humanity to these people. And where we might have, my character might have disagreed with her on some things, I was still a professional, and I wanted to help her. I didn't necessarily, my character didn't necessarily agree with her, but those things happen in hospitals. And these were incredibly difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
That can't be emphasized enough. So I enjoyed working with her. I mean, she's a pro.
Yeah. And did you talk to Sherry Fink about Horace, since I did read that he did pass since, the event took place?
Yes, he had passed when we did it about 3 years prior. And she was very helpful to me. And I discussed how I was going to approach the character, and she agreed with it and said that she was very, liked him very much. And so she was very helpul to me.
I loved his character. I think you did a phenomenal job in this, and I cannot wait to see you get an Emmy or some sort of award for it. It'd be great. Before I let you go, I do want to talk about, there are some deep similarities to the decisions made at Memorial to what caretakers have to make during the pandemic that we just had, and we're still in the middle of it. So what hope do you think audiences should take away from this, understanding of what, human nature in crisis?
Well, life is made up of choices. We all have to make choices. And we've seen in COVID what these doctors have to, what they have to deal with. I mean, very up close and personal. And say you have 3 respirators and 8 people need them. How do you make that choice?
Yeah.
And to watch people die and without their family there. So there are great parallels about this, and I hope people take away that these caregivers, we've seen up close and personal in COVID how this happens, and this was happening in Memorial, as I understand it. I mean, ours was just a story of the events. It's not a documentary or anything like that. And so I hope they take away a further appreciation for what these people do and the pressure they're under.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Mr. Pine, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. It's been an absolute honor chatting with you. And you brought, again, so much to this role. So congrats.